for the first season of Ultimate Fighter was really the birth on a big level for the UFC, you know, when it comes to popularity and just coming out of the dark ages of not knowing who it was, you know, not knowing what it was. So being on the second season, I felt like I was part of something at the ground level, and just being a part of the UFC, growing with them was been, you know, a huge experience.
And you won the second season, right?
Yeah.
And when were you the
heavyweight,
coach?
though, heavyweight. And he won championship as a light heavyweight, but he won.
When were you the coach?
Season 10.
Season 10,
Yeah.
and the other coach was Rampage.
Yep.
And you had Brendan Schaub on your team, who was on the podcast recently. So quick questions. I see Rampage. I know you beat his ass. That guy's got like the scariest looking face ever. Like I see that guy, I don't mess with that guy. Just quick thoughts on Rampage, and you guys got into it. And then also Brendan Schaub, who was on the podcast. Thoughts on his career?
Yeah, me and Rampage, it was a very highly hot season. You know, him and I, we'll go to the point where we'll fight every single day, you know, to the point where the production staff was like, hey, guys, I know you don't like each other, but, you know, you guys got to find a way to calm down a little bit because we got to be able to shoot the scenes and stuff like that, because it was just like...
the first time in the history of reality television, the production staff is like, why don't you guys not...
Yeah, I mean, it was just unruly sometimes, you know, it'll get bad, and... you know, it was
talking though.
Yeah, the trash.
You guys
talking.
weren't fighting. You guys were just talking smack.
But it came to a couple times where it was almost like we were going to fight. You know,
the famous door scene.
Yeah,
you
the famous door scene. Yeah, so it got pretty contested quite a bit. But that season was probably the funnest season of the Ultimate Fighter. And you know, looking back on it,
Chael Wanderlei, I can't let you get close.
Man. I mean, that was a good one too. They actually fought. They actually scrapped to that one. But I mean, the one with me and Rampage, it was good because, you know, it built up from the Ultimate Fighter season. Then he didn't fight me because he had that movie with the A-Team, and then we ended up fighting. So it was a little bit more of a build up to the actual fight. And it was a good fight, you know. But now me and Rampage, we got a chance to actually do a movie together. We did a movie together called Boss Level. We played German twins, so we kind of got the chance to, you know, speak about what happened before. And
you said German twins?
German twins. We were German twins.
Do you have a good German accent? What do you got?
Not at all.
You're the ones who wants to fight on the Rampage, huh? And then what about Schaub?
Brendan Schaub, you know, I knew Brendan Schaub back in the day when he was, you know, first starting off with mixed martial arts. You know, we would train out in Denver with Trevor Whitman and Nate Marquardt and those guys. You know, it was like Jackson's Gym, and then we'll go to Colorado and train at Grudge Gym and go to TriStar. So we would go and train with Brendan Schaub when he was first starting off. And when I found out I was going to do the Ultimate Fighter season, you know, I really a strong advocate for getting him into the show. And you know, Brendan was phenomenal, man. Brendan was like, you know, a diamond in the rough. He just didn't know how good he was. You know, he was one of those guys who I honestly believe had he not went on a streak where he got caught a couple times, he could have been somebody who really done something in the UFC. Yeah, really? Brendan was good, man. Brendan was good, man. He I know he had that tough talk with Joe Rogan when Joe Rogan told him to sit down, but you know, it's in the heavyweight division, you can get caught and knocked out. You know, it's very easy for that to happen. And at some point, you have to modify your game. You know, you have to be able to understand the fact that you can't sit there and exchange blows like you can at a smaller weight class. So you have to be able to use different tactics. I mean, you know, throwing some punches and doing a little bit of cage wall and brawl and kind of just gumming up the action a little bit more and not doing so much of the, you know, standing at the 50-50 and see who lands first.
So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.